Hello there, friends! We're on to some Tier 1 CSGO action again. Blast Premier Fall Final kicks off. It is the penultimate major tournament of the year. For many teams, it's not of a high value. For example, Navi and Faze have already made it to the Blast Premier World Final, so participating for them now is more like a training session to keep their shape. But in the meantime, there are rumors about Boombl4's future team going around. In general, there are a lot of news for us to unpack, and there's plenty of matches to discuss. So with no hesitation, let's get straight to it. Of course, let's start with the main news, and that would be some information about replacements in Navi. Probably everyone already know this, but Blade said in an interview that there will be replacements in the lineup. But it's not a complete change yet. Everything will be done in the same way as it was with Bit and Flamey. SDY will share some maps with Niko from Navi Jr. This young talent will only play at the Blast Premier World Final in Abu Dhabi. And by the way, the new CSGO patch will be also introduced only there. That is, Navi will have their 6th player just when it's necessary to play on a new Anubis. It's interesting. Blade also shared in the same interview on the Navi channel that they're quite ready to pick Vertigo in the matches with some of the teams, and Nipple may appear there as well. Therefore, it looks like we're gonna witness a lot of surprises in December. The youngster from the academy is already there in Denmark with Navi, watching and studying how he will play in the main roster. In general, we saw it all with Bit and Flamey before, so there's a huge chance that these are the last tournaments for SDY in Navi. Do you think Nipple will be able to cope better, or should they leave SDY? Write down in the comments below and let's discuss. Well, since we remembered about Flamey, we can also discuss a little info about his friend, Boombl4's. Recently, Overdrive gave out 2 shocking insights about his future.
Boombl4 в результате решил пойти в... А Boombl4 все-таки подписался.
That man knows how to draw the audience attention. A good one. But I have other information. A popular Russian streamer Buster said in an interview that he is planning to assemble a team with Boombl4.
Слушай, да на самом деле много планов, то есть киберспортивная команда, компьютерные клубы, турниры. Прям хочется интернациональный турнир плотный сделать, то есть с хорошим призовым фондом, там много-много миллионов.
Слушай, но это будут какие-то топовые игроки, либо такого среднего уровня?
Мы постараемся.
Есть какой-то игрок, которого ты сейчас вот прям хочешь подтянуть, и вот ты уверен, что вот он уже будет в твоей команде, и он вообще прям крутой.
Boombl4 классный капитан.
In my humble opinion, this is the best option for him. He wanted to assemble his squad and he didn't plan to move to Europe, so you can't think of a better moment. Especially now, when a lot of players are sitting around without a team. For example, we have players from Entropic, K23 and Buster with Sanji, so you can pick and choose. Who would you like to see in the Boombl4's new team? And the last thing before the matches, here's a short interview with Niko. I feel better in the current G2 squad than in the roster with Alexi B and Jax. I think I will gradually be able to return to the individual level that I had last year. Time will show. I say this because I fully trust my team. When you make changes in the squad and then you don't play well, that'll make everyone judge you. We have come together to prove our strength to the critics. We didn't qualify for the major, which gave us a lot of time to prepare. I think our team used the preparatory period in a proper way and made significant progress. I want to return to the big scene, go as far as possible, and show everyone that RMR tournament was an accidental mistake. It sounds cool, but usually after such words, the team fails. Let's see what G2 has prepared for the Blast. Let's move on to the matches. Blast Premier Fall Final 2022 have collected the best teams in the world. The champions of the major, the champions of the ESL Pro League. Friends, is gonna be amazing. So, let's see who wins Blast Premier World Final slot and $200,000. The game day opens with a match between FaZe and OG. Kerrigan and his team decided to get back on their opponent right from the start after their failure in Brazil. By the way, in case some of you aren't aware yet, this tournament is held on the old patch. But the next Blast will already be played on the new patch, and this promises to be much more interesting. Well, and while I was telling you all the rules of the tournaments, the guys from FaZe win the first half with a score of 12-3. Everything was that bad for OG that they even managed to lose in a 5 versus 2 situation.
No chance at all. Rain in the corner, and he's there with the M4, but he's kind of isolated. Brokey doing the best he can to save him. They're going to try and smoke him up, but Brokey, he's not going to let that happen. Keeps pushing forward. What a fantastic double already. Actually working on a quad now that he's picked up Fiku, and now Dexter is one-on-one versus Brokey on the other side. Only 6 seconds left, and he fakes the bomb plant. He can't do that any longer. Oh, wait, he came off it again. Dexter tries to bait him out into the timer, but Brokey's not buying it.
In the second half of the game, they also lose the pistol, the force, and then 1 versus 3 clutch against Twist defense in the next round. So the score is 16-3, zero chance situation. Why didn't FaZe play like that at the major? But okay, no more questions, let's switch to the next map. Things turned out to be much better for OG on Mirage. Right from the start, they win 5 rounds in a row and apparently do not plan to stop. But then, Twists decides to carry the game and wins magnificent 1 vs 2 clutch. After that moment, the entire FaZe squad began to show a high-level shooting game. In each round, either Rain, Robs or Twists made 3 kills. That way the guys succeeded to make the score 9-6 from 0-5. In the second half, Kerrigan and his team did not lose a single round at all, so we see exactly 0 rounds from OG in attack. It's 16-6 on Mirage and 2-0 in the series. This is what we expected to see at the major from FaZe. The next match is Heroic vs NIP. The Swedes have failed in Rio and now it's time to show that it was a huge mistake. Unfortunately, the finalist of the major had to be their opponent. By the way, someone uploaded a video revealing what Simple said to Cadian after defeating Furia.
Bro, if you don't win tomorrow, I will hate you until the end of my life, okay?
I'll try.
Deal?
Congratulations.
Do it. Good luck.
You're gonna be in the arena?
Yes, I will watch. I will cheer for you.
Appreciate it.
It's amazing that Simple is rooting for Cadian. Well, and there's nothing to really tell you about the match itself yet. NIP had a very weak attack and at some point were losing with a score of 0-7. They won their first round not because Heroic made too many mistakes. The Danes lose 5 vs 2 situation and Cadian also did not buy a defusing kit in addition, although he had a lot of money.
Goes over, flashes in, they try to isolate the fight. Brolin not sure when to peek. Rez is in the corner, very low on health already. There's a good shot and they can't spin quick enough, but Cadian through the wall. He probably thought, he doesn't have a kit. He's back for it again. He bumped into the pillar. Did he slow himself down? I think he just might have it in the... That little bit of a slowdown.
After that, the Swedish comeback was loading. NIP began to shoot and attack better in general. So from 0-7 they managed to almost tie it by reaching 8-7. Then, the Swedes take the pistol round and come out ahead. And only thanks to Staven's efforts, the guys from Heroic managed to even the score and break the defense's economy. However, NIP, left with only pistols, were able to miraculously win the next round, and that decided the outcome of the meeting.
AK, they both have, in fact, and there's the peak. He picks up one. Cadian is on his own, and he has to go back for the bomb. What a disaster. Cadian, you have to win this round right here, and the timing is not with him. He gets the shot, but it is not enough.
Obviously, the Danes were out of money. The score is 16-13, and the Swedes somehow managed to have a comeback and win on their own pick. When the game started on Heroic's map, NIP again completely lose the start. And the scariest thing is that they play in defense on Ancient. They won 3 rounds in the first half, but that was a hard task. It even sounds ridiculous. In general, Heroic simply did not feel the opponent on the map. The score is 16-6, there's not even anything to show, and nothing changed on the third map. NIP were losing every possible round again and again, and the guys were able to win only 3 rounds in defense on Overpass. The only thing the Swedes managed to produce was a cool ace from Rez.
Maybe you can slow down half of that push. It's down on the early kill, but a good return. Rez is there, expert with the P250. Couple of headshots going his way, and Shush going to clear the tunnel. That's actually a huge swing. It might be too late. P250s are here. What a shot from Rez, taking down Shush, getting tickled from the high ground. He finds a 4th headshot. Oh my god, he's destroyed Heroic in this round. Might get tricky. There's the jump. He goes for it. Almost finds him. Needs one more. And he gets the ace at the end. That is disgusting from Rez.
But immediately after the pistol round, they lose a force buy, and that was the end. The score is 16-4. The guys from NIP are destroyed with no doubts and are sent to the lower grid. They will have to play with OG today. Well, let's turn to the game itself. Say your farewells to Dust 2 and pay the respects, as we won't see it anytime soon. And, well, the Brazilians have picked it. Dust 2 starts with cookie style from Simple. Well, it's definitely beautiful, and apparently he's taking his revenge on the Brazilians for the defeat from Furia. It seems like the game started off so good, but then technical issues popped up out of nowhere. The match has been stopped twice, and the Brazilians apparently only benefit from these pauses, since after them they began to fight back in a proper way and take rounds. It would seem that Fluxo did the usual default with late exits to shooting, but this earned them rounds in attack. and they were quite good. At the end, the guys from Navi managed to perform a successful retake several times and win the first half with a score of 8-7. In the second half, Fluxo win the pistol and the first round successfully, making the score 12-9. Navi seemed to have lost their moment. It was clear that the team needed an urgent shakeup. And as always, at the right moment, Simple comes to the rescue and makes an ace.
Well, they can't even deny this Molotov.
No.
And oh, that's a free kill.
Yeah, tries to late peek it, but Simple awaits, and so does Woody towards the cross. We got 20 seconds here for Navi to get this bomb down on A, and Woody awaits the follow-up. He brings Sumdai Young with him. Simple continues to tear them up now. 3 op kills from Simple. He'll go ahead and get that plant in. He's sitting on 87 health. Electronics nearly dead. And Simple, that's 4 as he looks for the ace and the clutch right on top. Give him...
After that, Navi found the strength to regain their confidence. They tied the score and aimed for an easy end. But in the round against Pistols, the attack had to deal with a saved op from Woody, which subsequently helps him to make a quadro kill and take his team to the score of 14-14. In the penultimate round, Electronic makes a witty decision to conduct a split attack on plant B, and it worked perfectly. Fluxo decided to save. And in the next round, the attack goes to plant B again, which the Brazilian team did not expect at all. Navi easily passed through the only player defending.
Gets lost inside the smoke, and Navi's just gonna tear straight through this B defense. Nothing being offered by the Brazilian. Looks away and lets his teammates do the work. Sumdai Young and Perfecto pop in, and with those 3 final frags, it's Navi 16-14.
The score was 16-14, but the Navi's game was very uncertain. They were saved by Simple yet again. Let's see what happened on the next map, Mirage. On the second map, the Brazilians at first were playing confidently in the defense and did not let Navi go forward. But everything changed when they lost the 1 vs 4 clutch against SDY.
Yeah.
They've just got to finish off SDY.
Well, okay, actually, A site is open for the time being, and SDY is looking for the push. He'll actually be rewarded in a second. Will he get the kill? He
Yes.
does. Oh
Does
my
he
god.
turn?
There's someone right behind him. VSM, oh my god, playing it slow. And he's aware SDY, he's
Young.
on for the round now. Lukowski is down to 6 health.
Oh, this guy, as he damn well pleases, the mastermind of round number 9.
Oh, I don't think he's even going for this.
He's done it.
Wow.
After that, Fluxo's defense simply crumbled, and they even managed to lose a clutch again when they were in the majority.
VSM's vision. An easy tap. And now, Sumdai Young into the clutch looking for it again. Bomb is not planted for him, but damn, these are clean. 2 kills already. Just needs to deny that cross. And Sumdai Young, 3 in the name.
By taking these 2 clutches, SDY makes his team lead with a score of 10-5 in the first half. The second pistol win couldn't help the Brazilians in any way. Clearly, they have huge problems on Mirage and they have nothing to show to their opponent. And the ending was a pure humiliation.
Room being given. It's a point-blank fight versus Woody. He's got that one. Looks back towards ramp. Sees the shoulder and finishes this one with a 1v2. Critical clutches come in abundance for...
(16-7) secured victory. Navi makes it to the playoffs. It remains only to decide from which place. And now, let's move to the last game, G2 versus Liquid. Before the match, m0NESY shared in an interview that they were willing to win the trophy before the end of the year. Who knows, maybe they will, especially since the overall atmosphere in the team is quite good. They even have the time to record funny videos.
And then they won Dust 2, 16-14, winning the series 3-0 and lifting the trophy.
Ты не настоящий папа.
But first, they need to beat Liquid. Let's see if they can manage. G2 chose Vertigo and immediately demonstrated what they prepared, and this brings them the first 3 rounds. However, as soon as Liquid started to show decent shooting game, their defense immediately began to crumble. Ikinder single-handedly broke down the defense almost every round. That way, the attack wins 8 rounds in a row. G2 performed not a very confident defense, but they still managed to make the score 6-9 in the first half. Needless to say, with such a score, the second pistol round is very important. Unleash decides to single-handedly win it for his team and performs an ace.
Things for now, it's a Liege with the P2K. Pop it a couple heads down ramp. Goes back in for more. 3, 4 from a Liege. looking for the pistol round ace, but Yakinder, ooh, he won't get that chance to steal it. 9
He's
health
running.
left. Here he comes. The Karate Kid chops him down. Krakatow!
G2 also lose the next fourth round, which finally buries their chances to have a comeback. It's safe to say that the guys from Liquid had no great difficulties to beat their opponent on this map. The final score 16-10. Our old pal Elige made 30 frags, completely outplaying the Kovac brothers on their pick. Next up is Mirage, Liquid's pick. This is surely their favorite map, as the NA team have 85% win rate on it. But despite the stats and an unsuccessful start, G2 began to show decent game tactics in defense, and m0NESY even managed to make highlights in each round. Niko was keeping up too. Amazing shooting from defense, as they managed to finish the first half with a score of 9-6 in their favor. Then G2 wins a pistol round and achieve a double advantage on their side. But then, when Liquid got their first full buy, the comeback began. Yakinder gladly showed us some more incredible headshots while running around the map. G2's attack turned out to be pretty simple and predictable. The guys could not have a good response to the opponent. That way, Liquid manages to even the score. Finally, on the 7th attempt, the attack manages to successfully reach plant A, after which Huxi remembers about plant B and lists his team there, and the defense was not ready for this. G2 go to the 14th round. When the score was so close, the attack almost manages to take the round number 15. Huxi wanted to outsmart the opponent on a planted bomb, but here's how everything turned out.
Stick this, Huxi has no other choice, and if he can line up this spray in the final second, nope, not quite. Damage on both, so close, but no cigar.
In the last rounds, G2 tried to enter plants, but they couldn't do anything against retakes, simply because they were outnumbered by that time. Team Liquid shows us a great comeback from the score of 6-12 and win their pick. The final score is 2-0.
Man advantage, flank already in position. Elige is gonna find it, and now it falls to JKS. A 1v3 is needed in the 30th round of play, and he's already got himself the first, but that is it. Liquid, the 16-14 CT side comeback.
G2 proceed to the lower bracket, and Liquid will fight Navi today for reaching the semi-finals. This is only the beginning of the tournament. It's bright and emotional at some moments, and sometimes it's quite predictable with one-sided domination. But the main thing is that this tournament is exciting because Blast creates a lot of content. We will be watching Tier 1 CSGO all week, and in order not to miss anything, subscribe to my channel, and don't say goodbye for a long time. See you soon.